Alright, Concord, and this is a free little library here in Concord. And we just happen to be on the grounds of what's called the Manse. Alright, first let me show you the grounds. It is something here on Monument Road here in Concord. This property was once owned by Ralph Waldo Emerson's grandfather, Reverend Emerson, who was the pastor at the First Parish church down in the center of town along Monument. Had this property and the family for quite some time and lived here until his death, I believe. And he and his bride moved in here after he had it built. Okay, this is the Manse, as it's called, and it was built by Ralph Waldo Emerson's grandfather, who was pastor. Emerson himself lived here for a while, wrote a collection of stories called Moses from the Manse. Moses from the Manse. I haven't read it. But wrote a number of collections here. Or was that Hawthorne? I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyways, Ralph Waldo Emerson himself lived here. Later, Nathaniel Hawthorne rented this from the Emerson family for $100 a year. And it was here that Hawthorne wrote a collection of stories and such called Moses from the Manse. And look at that. My. When did he have time to concentrate here? When did he have time to reflect? One of these gardens was designed at one time for Thoreau, who became a friend of Hawthorne and had been a friend of Emerson, of course, Ralph Waldo Emerson. He designed a garden here shortly after the Hawthornes moved in. It was the first time the Hawthornes had been to Concord, and they moved here simply because they heard good things about it, and it was kind of reaffirmed when they when Nathaniel found this place or saw this place, and he and his family moved in here. Quite astounding. And they lived here for a number of years before they were evicted for not paying the rent. So they were booted, and he left town and would come back later to take residence at the wayside on the other side of town, where he'd meet up with his old friends again, Thoreau and Emerson, and that new gal on the block, the Alcorts. Oh yeah, the Alcorts. This is the Manse, Monument Road, Concord.